We all know someone, a member of the family, friends, someone who fell in love, someone who fell so hard for someone else, man or woman. They get married, they have a kid, maybe two, and a few years later, they're no longer in love. They fell out of love. They got divorced. It was ugly. They fought. Maybe there was abuse. Maybe they hit each other. They screamed and fought. Their marriage turned sour. Why did that happen? What happened there? What changed? I thought they were in love, right? You thought that these two people loved each other. Just for a moment, we're going to take a bit of wisdom from those who know better. From Shakespeare, The Rope of Lucrence. The momentary joy breeds months of pain. This hot desire converts to cold disdain. And by St. Augustine, O Lord, give me chastity, but do not give it to me yet. I'm sure that we all have known people like this, that said that they were in love, but they weren't really. They were in lust. They didn't really care about the other person. They found them attractive. They found the person interesting. They had the chemical romance. But they didn't actually care for the other person. Not for who they really were. And when all the chemical romance fades away, when the lust, the great fires of lust burn down, they found they actually didn't care about the other person. And that's sad. I've seen it happen so many times. It's a tragedy. And it's even worse for the children. They see their parents fight. They see the ugliness. They see the love convert to hatred. And it is so sad. I've seen family members struggle with it. I've seen friends struggle with it. Lust is this all-consuming thing. It takes over your mind and makes you do crazy things. There's there's the flip side of it. The people who only engage in lust. They go fuck a prostitute that they find really attractive, or you go on Pornhub and find that attractive porn star that you really think's really hot, and you chase after it. There's another quote, I'm forgetting by who, but chasing after lust will consume the days of your youth, and you'll find that your young strength will rot away into old bones and take away the energy in you. I know I mangled that, but you get the idea. It takes away your energy. It takes away your life. And it's just like this first quote, actually. This momentary joy breeds months of pain. This hot desire converts to cold disdain. That quote still strikes me, even after hearing it a couple months ago. This hot desire will convert to cold disdain. That's the thing. When your relationships are based only on lust, it fades. Lust fades. It doesn't last very long. The chemical romance, again, it doesn't last very long. And these people got these marriages and they were so happy. And it turned into something ugly. This is why the virtue of chastity is so important. not having sex until you're married, you're not giving away your body, you're not giving away your soul to somebody that you don't know. That having had that little bit of temperance, of self-control, to save yourself, to check yourself and be like, am I falling for this person? Is it just lust? Are we just falling for each other? Are we just falling in love? Or are we going to take the time to actually love each other and actually fall in love, not just lust, but actually come to love that person? Love will last a lifetime. Your bonds with family, as much as you might dislike them or find them a pain in the ass, you're always there for them. You're always going to be there for them. And, you got to take that time to really fall for them. When you've taken that moment of self-control and realized, hey, sex, lust, they're important, our sexes, to marriage, but it's not everything. And I'm going to save that so I don't have a lifetime of pain because I wound my soul up with a stranger, with somebody I didn't know very well. I had self-control. I chose chastity to keep myself clean so that I could truly give myself to one person alone that I'm going to love for all of my life. I've heard a lot of people say that you have to know what you like. It's like a flavor of ice cream. You're going to forget it after you eat it. What does it add to your life? What does that add to your actual life? What does it really add? It's let's say we put a monetary value on this, where it has a certain value, okay, maybe, but love's priceless. Love is priceless, and giving somebody giving them the most important gift, chaste mind and a chaste body, it's priceless. Again, it's priceless. All these other things, let's say you can put a value on. Let's say they are valuable to some extent. How valuable? Is it priceless? Giving somebody your chastity, giving somebody that gift, telling them that I have loved you and only you. The Songs of Solomon gives a very dire warning. Do not awaken love until it so desires. Love is, when you love somebody, it's dangerous. There was somebody I knew at some point, and she loved this man. She came back to him. She'd moved away. She had a daughter with him already, and he was no good for her. And she came back and had another kid with them, and he didn't love her. He didn't care about her. He didn't care about the kids they had. He didn't care about that future. And he died of a drug overdose. She's stuck by herself now with 2 young children and a broken heart. Chastity is important. Building actual love is important so that you don't have a scenario like that where you fall for somebody and it destroys you. And and now your life is so much more difficult. You're not bonded to anybody, and I'm not saying you can't bond after that, but it's a lot harder because you're jaded, because you don't know now, so when picking a partner, improve yourself first. Don't be praying for, the hottest woman in the world or this perfect, angel, but become a man or woman that you would want as a partner, and, be the spouse that you would want to be, and take the time to actually build love with people and be chaste. Let these things flee from your mind. Don't be chasing sex with strangers, with people you don't know that well, and find that virtue, find it, and keep your heart clean. Becoming jaded it's sad. And you can see really good, really nice, very gentle people warped by pain and sorrow. Guard your heart, guard your mind. Becoming nihilistic and jaded and, racked by life. It's not pretty. Be careful. Life is a difficult journey, but it can be made a lot more difficult by folly. And when you're choosing a partner, to make, as a little piece of advice that I've been given, this isn't my words, rely on those around you, your friends, your family, people that put your best interest first, and being like, that's a good partner. She's a good partner for you. She's a good person. There was somebody actually fairly recently, my grandfather was telling me, yeah, he's not a good guy. And I didn't believe him. I thought he was a decent dude. And my grandfather was right. And again, my grandparents have my best interests in mind, and I have friends too that have my best interests in mind. And when I will choose a spouse one day, I will put their advice first, so that to make sure that I'm not just falling in love, because it's actually fairly easy to do that. So anyway, be careful, guard your hearts, chase chastity, be virtuous, and flee hedonism, flee the 7 deadly sins. Have a good day, everyone.